Midwest Angling, and we are going to do a fishing camp. It's probably going to be the last fishing camp of the season. Might be able to get some done on the ice, but if we have an ice fishing season this year. But it seems like this is going to be the last time where the weather's going to be half-ass decent. We got highs in the 60s the next couple days. Of course, I'm just getting off of work, so I'm getting a late start, and I'm fighting the clock to get up here before dark. I do not believe that we're going to get any fishing in tonight. I think the battle is just going to be getting camp set up before it gets too dark. Well, we are headed up to the Mighty Peter, the good old Petenwell flowage. We got the kayak this time. I just didn't have time to get my boat together. It was real easy to just throw that kayak in the bed. Wind is supposed to be atrocious tomorrow, so that might limit the areas that we can fish. But from what I understand, the fall bite is on. The walleyes are just on fire. And so even if we do have to stay in the bay, we should be able to get some fish. So let's head up there and try to get camp set up before it gets too dark, shall we? Alright, now that we got us a little fire going here, it was a little bit dicey of a setup. You know, setting up in the dark is never fun. We made it. Tonight we are having Mexican rice. Something to easily make in a pot and a frying pan. It's the thing on this channel, you're probably not going to see too much intricate cooking. That's alright. I like to keep it simple, you know? Sometimes it's the simple things that taste the best anyway. Not used to having such a nice picnic table for these. I'm gonna be spoiled after this one. And there you have it, Mexican taco rice stuff. Oh, that is good. You know, this turned out really good. Can't complain. So now I'm gonna finish eating my supper, and we'll get some wood left over. I'll have a nice fire, so I'll patch you in for that. We'll see you around the campfire. Well, friends, I think this is the warmest I'm going to be all night. It's supposed to get down to like 41, 42. It's going to be a tit-bit nipply, if you know what I mean. So I think I'm just going to enjoy the rest of this here fire. Kind of relax. It's been a long week. All my fishing gear is ready to go for tomorrow. So all we got to do is just go pay Joe a visit down at the Bighorn store and get some bait. And we should be ready to get fishing in the morning. We'll wake up, get some breakfast, and then we'll hit the water. I'll see you in the morning. Top of the morning. Had a bit of an adventure as always. Thought I lost my cell phone, so that's always lovely. The whole time, it was just in my tent. Gotta love it when that kind of stuff happens. We are going to have us a nice breakfast, and then we're gonna get out there and do some fishing. officially off. It's not as bad out here as I thought it was going to be with the wind. So I think it changed direction in a good way. So now, let's go see if we can find some channel edges. But my ice fishing flasher, okay, the transducer just so happens to fit perfectly in that little scupper hole. So I can get an accurate depth, and I don't have to worry about the transducer dragging or hitting bottom or anything. It is a Markham ice fishing flasher. I don't know if, you know, other brands might have a different size transducer, it might not work, but you got a Markham M1, it'll work in a Lifetime kayak. The only thing is, the scupper holes, they get air as you go fast. They make bubbles, so every now and then you gotta pop the transducer out, and then that pops the bubbles, and then you can get an accurate reading again. But we're gonna get out here and find the channel edge, and we're gonna use the old ice fishing flasher to do it. Fish, ow! Let's see what it is. It's a little Walter. But a Walter nonetheless. It's a good start. Boy, it feels good to be back out here walleye fishing, boys. It's been kind of crazy with that whole moose hunt situation, you know? Leading up to the moose hunt, I really didn't have a whole lot of time to film. And then the moose hunt itself took 2 weeks to get everything ready, get out there and actually do the moose hunt. And then it took me 2 weeks to edit the video. And then in all that time, I only had like 1 day off on a weekend. And so there really wasn't a whole lot of time to do any fishing or anything fun. If you haven't watched it already, it'll be the end card at the end of this video. But it is by far the most challenging and I think my best work so far here on YouTube. It's an hour and a half long, so I mean, it's definitely something you're gonna want to watch on TV. But you know, that's the whole goal of this channel, is I want to make content that people would put on their TV and sit down and enjoy for a long period of time. I'm not really into the whole like TikTok thing and, you know, 30 seconds of happiness at a time. That's just not my style. I don't think you could tell a really good story in a TikTok video, and that's what I'm out here to do. So I'm out here to, you know, write and tell stories. Stories out here in the outdoors. Because I love it so much. I want to be able to share it with everybody, you know, and give them something to watch and look forward to in a time when maybe they can't get outside and enjoy the outdoors. Because I know watching other people's content helps me get through the times when I can't go out. So I got a doctor's appointment today in the late afternoon, so we're gonna be fishing till about 2:30. But right around noon, we're gonna go back to the campsite, pack everything up. So that gives us a couple hours here. But because of the kayak and because of the wind, we're not venturing far from the Adams County Park. So let that be a lesson if anybody wants to, you know, they can't afford a big boat with a big motor or whatnot. You don't have to go far. Hopefully Hopefully I can prove that. We'll see. There we go. There's a better one. It's still not a keeper. But he's closer to what we're looking for. It was a really subtle bite. Like really subtle. Like all of a sudden it was just kind of heavy for a minute. I'm actually afraid that I'm gonna run out of minnows. Let's dig into these like 3-month-old night crawlers. Oh, what kind of horrors await? Oh God. Oh, okay. We don't have any crawlers, boys. Several hits on the jig head, but I haven't got any hits on the dead stick. The difference is that the dead stick does not have any color to it. So I'm wondering if I just add some pink beads, if that'll change that. Right away. That was it. Wow. All I did was add 4 little beads. Are you kidding me? Immediately smoke it. Head cam is out of battery, little sardine. Explanation on those beads, and the camera wasn't even running. Oopsie. But yeah, all I did was just add 4 little Lindy beads to that dead stick. And as soon as I get it back down there, it gets smoked. Because I got several bites on that jig head with nothing coming on just a minnow on a bear hook. And you know, you'd think that the most natural presentation would always win, but fish are weird. You know, that's not always the case. So maybe with all this, I mean, this is really bad for algae. Maybe with that algae, they just need something a little, maybe they just need that extra thing to focus in on. All right, change battery.
Oh, yeah. Let me put you through there.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I got a fish. I'm on the phone trying to call work, and there goes another Walter. Really? Lake is 23,000 acres, and you get an anchor right there.
Madness and stupidity.
one got me minnow. That one didn't though. Must just be a school of them coming through. There we go. Just in like that 10-inch range. Which is good for the future. Still fun to catch. Are these the same fish? Nope, flying fish. Going on that one now. Jeez, I got two at once. Let's go save this guy. He took it pretty deep. But this right here is precisely why I started switching to using barbless hooks, because it does not take walleyes long to swallow a hook, and if you go barbless then it'll just pop right out. Just like that. Don't have to worry about killing any fish. I would highly recommend pinching off the barbs on your dead sticks. There we go. That feels like a better fish. It is. Don't. Quick release. There we go. Oh, there's a whitey. I haven't caught one of those in a hot minute. Mr. White Bass. Oop. There we go. That's a decent fish too. Oh, that's close. I don't think he's big enough though. Check my foot ruler here. Nope. 14 and a half. We are back out here. You only got like 50 minutes left, but camp's all picked up. So at least we can spend to the absolute last second out here on the water. Based on how they were this morning, we should be able to get right back into them. So let's try and close it up with an eater. Got one already. Ooh, that's a good fish. That don't feel like a walleye. This feels like a big old kitty. It's pulling the boat. He broke me off. Unbelievable. I guess we'll never know what that was. I'm thinking that was a pike. Line is clean cut. Pike or a muskie. Unbelievable. Well guys, unfortunately that's going to do it for today. I was really hoping to get a fish after breaking off that gigantic one, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Really, that was the only bite that I got over here, so I guess the answer is all the fish that are eating are out in the main lake. But that's all right. We still caught a bunch of fish this morning. Didn't have much size to them, but they were still fun to catch. You know, it's just great to get out here camping one last time. So do me a favor, hit that like button to help share this video with new audiences. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe. This has been Midwest Angling. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.